Hello everyone, welcome to Major's Garage. This is Suellio Almeida. We're gonna see my lap with the Formula 3 at Red Bull Ring. Lap time is a 1:23.8, and we're gonna see the entire lap, and then we're going to dissect corner by corner. Let's go for it. There you go. Lap time is 1:23.859. Now, what should we focus at to get to this lap time? So, first of all, let me talk about one thing. I'm gonna do a different tutorial this week. So, Xella Plays, thank you so much for the raid. Look at that. Anyways, guys, hello. We are at this point recording a tutorial for YouTube, so I'm gonna go straight to it, and then we'll talk a little bit. So this tutorial is gonna be different. I'm going to talk about every entry first instead of talking about corner by corner, because there's one thing very important for this track. If you guys are gonna race next week here, you need to put the car in the right place on entry right before you start braking. This is super important. So for all entries, you will get an off track when you put the antenna of the car. Let me go for it. Like the center of the car, the antenna, when it touches the drain. This little drain in between the green and the yellow and the red and white curb. If you put the antenna there, it's going to give you an off track. Where do you want to put the car then? As close as possible to that. Actually, if you see here, I didn't go as close as possible, so that's kind of a mistake. I could have gone a little bit, maybe half a tire width more to the left. If we go to the next corner, let's see where I did put the car here. Again, very close. Antenna is very close to the drain because I want to open up the corner as much as possible. We go to the next corner and we find ourselves in the same place. Antenna very close to the drain. We go to the next corner, and this time we don't have a drain here, so we're gonna use the red and white curve as a reference. So as you can see here, that's me just having the antenna still on top, let's say close to the right edge of the curb, not touching the green. As soon as you get the green, you get an off track. Here on the exit, what we're gonna do is, actually this is an exception. There are two exceptions on this track. The first exception is this exit, which is actually touching the outside tires on the gravel. So I actually left a lot of space here. Then I kind of came back to compensate. As you can see, look at how I go to the outside here right before turning to this left-hander. It's crazy, right? Most people stay here on the white line. This just makes you lose so much time. You can't believe how much time you can gain just by knowing where to put your car on the places where you're not really sure if that is allowed or not. Well, in this case, it is allowed, and you can use you can put all the car here. Then we turn in, we exit, and again, same thing here. You can stay on the total inside. You'll only get an off track if you put the inside tires, in this case, on the gravel. Then we go to the last set of corners, and same thing. Antenna on the green gives you an off track. And then we have another exception. Be ready. This is crazy. Here, it's not the antenna on the green. It's not the antenna on the green and white. No. It's the antenna on the red. So look at how much we can use here. It's crazy. you can gain so much time both on exit of this corner by getting back on power earlier and carrying more speed, and also by opening up the entry for the last corner. Basically, you can gain so much time if you are aware that you can put the car all the way here without getting any sort of penalty. So just make sure you put the car here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Okay, now you're turning in from all the way on that outside. You can even use the end of the red more or less as a visual reference for you to turn in. And then here on the inside, look at how much we can use with no off tracks here. It's a little bit crazy. Yes, it's crazy, but there you go. Boom. You can use all that. And then here, it's different. Here you cannot put the tires on the red. As soon as you go with the tires on the red, you actually get an off track. So I'm pretty much on the limit here. Anyways, this is the most important thing for this track. Now, going back to the lap and talking about other places. So, using on the track like that, corner 1 and 2 have something in common. There is kind of a dip towards the apex, and then after the apex towards the exit, the car is falling away on the crest and it cannot rotate. So what is the solution here? We are going to rotate before the crest, and this is a rule. Whenever you have a crest on an exit, we have to concentrate the rotation on entry, do most of the rotation, a bigger portion of the rotation on entry, so we can straight line a little bit more, not super straight, but straighter on the exit, because on the exit the car is not gonna accept getting back on power and trying to turn too much. So I rotate a lot here, and then here we are going straighter. We cannot rotate as much as we did rotate on entry. If you try to rotate as much as you did on entry on exit, you guys know what happens. You just spin. You spin immediately. So here, straight, let the car fall to the outside, and it's all gonna be good. Same thing for this one here. We concentrate lots of the rotation on entry, because here, at this point, we cannot rotate that much. We are going to rotate a lot less. So I'm exaggerating here, saying that you should put most of your rotation on entry. Let's say we have 50-50, 50 rotation on entry and 50 rotation on exit on a flat track. If we have less grip on the exit, we need to get 10% from here and put here. So we have 60% of the rotation on entry and 40% of the rotation on exit, because we are not capable of doing that much rotation on exit anyways. So in this corner here specifically, turn 2 at Red Bull Ring, it's like 65-35. It's like, it's a lot more rotation on entry, a lot less rotation on exit because of the topography, because of how we are falling towards the exit. And then for this corner here, we see that it's actually pretty much the same. So we have a little, actually we have a little bit less grip on the entry, and then lots of grip mid corner and kind of flat on exit. So this looks a lot more like 50-50 anyways. Then for this corner here, you just need to be very patient. We're going downhill, we don't have that much grip. It's good. But then on this corner here, we turn in, we carry a lot more speed because the track is going up a little bit like that, and you have a lot more grip on the second left-hander than you had on this left-hander. So we have less grip here, but then here we have a lot more, and we can really use that. And then for the last corner, we are falling a little bit under braking. You can see that you can't really see all the track because the track is falling. So we are braking on top of a crest. We need to carry a little bit less energy and rotation here. We have less rotation available to us. So we're going to be careful. We're going to be, patient. Okay, now it gets a little bit flat. So we have a little bit more grip, but not that much. We're still going downhill. We're still not seeing the exit. Okay, all good. Now for the next corner, the last corner, look at how much we can see the track. We can see the entire thing. Why is that? Because we're going on a compression. And when we have a compression, we can rotate the car a lot more. I keep hitting my microphone. We can rotate a lot more, and we can carry a lot more speed because the cornering grip is going to be much higher. So here I can really carry lots of speed, not so much on entry. Rotation, not so much on entry because it's kind of flat, but then as soon as you get on the apex here, boom, you're going to crash against the track, and it's going to have a lot of grip, a lot of traction, so you can really rotate the car. So yeah, that's it. You see a pretty short tutorial today. This track is not too big, and I pretty much covered most of what we need to think about while braking, while churning, and where to focus the rotation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!